Welcome to an information session for the Bachelor of Science in Supply Chain Management from the Jindal School of Management at UT Dallas. My name is Monica Brusolo and I'm the Program Director. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to talk to you about the program and trying to answer some of the most common questions we have from prospective students. So what is supply chain? Nowadays, every time you turn the news, you see that there is a lot, the term is everywhere, and they're talking about supply chain because of the importance of supply chain in the current situation. Well, if you think about it, supply chain is going to be a network of activities, and that's what we call it, a chain, because there are a lot of activities that are interconnected. And the objective of that chain of that several activities put together is to efficiently move raw materials from suppliers, manufacturers, warehouses, retailers, all the way to the consumers. And we are interested on providing goods and providing services. So the function of supply chain is to make that process, all those steps that happen in between, as efficient as possible and as fast as possible. So the main areas of focus for supply chain, and this is just to try to help you understand what supply chain is we have purchasing and procurement, which happens at the very beginning of the process. Then we have production and operations, which is central or kind of in the middle of the different steps that we talk about. And then you have distribution and logistics. So purchasing and procurement is when, as if you were to work in that area, you will be in charge of analyze and identify sources of materials, find suppliers, negotiate contract, place order, acquire materials, and manage costs. So from the very beginning of this process, you have to start somewhere to find raw materials, right? Well, the people that work in the purchasing and procurement area takes care of that. And of course, you have to find the most reliable sources, you have to find the best price, the lower cost. All of that has to be incorporated in this process of negotiating contracts. Then you move to productions and operations. And a professional in that area will perform, among other activities, we'll talk about product and service design. What kind of product are we offering? What kind of service are we going to provide? What kind of variations are you going to put in place on terms of the service of the product that you are working on? We talk about location planning, facility layout, demand forecasting, capacity planning, production scheduling, inventory management, quality control, and project management. I mean, and we're just trying to be general. There are a lot of activities that happen. We talk about slimming the process, trying to make the process as fast and as efficient as possible, trying to avoid overlapping activities or activities that happen that duplicate across the process. So there is a lot of things that you can be doing if you were to work in a production or operations area. And when we move to distribution and logistics, that is perhaps the one that we are more familiar with it. That is the people that are responsible for managing or handling materials, order picking, order packaging, warehouse management, career selection, product service delivery, and recovery. So imagine whenever you order a product, from the moment that is packed, that is selected, that is packed, you have to make sure that you have it available on inventory when you go online and you order it. Supply chain in the background, the professionals in supply chain will make sure the product is available, how long it will take for it to arrive to your house, what kind of packaging will protect it. All of those things, all of those small steps that happen along the way are of interest for a supply chain management professional. Now, if you think about it, supply chain is everywhere. If you look around when you go to buy groceries, if you think about produce, fruits, vegetables. There is a very short period of time when they are still fresh. Well, a supply chain professional or somebody that works in supply chain will have to make sure that you are satisfied, or that the product gets to you when it's still fresh, right? That period of time is as short as possible for the actual characteristics of the product that we are moving around. If you think about fresh flowers, that's a very similar situation because they will perish, right? So the supply chain is very short because it has to be very expedite. It has to be very fast from the time they cut them until the time they are in sale and in the hands of the consumer, the final consumer. If you think about soft drinks, one application, and I'm just talking in general, one application would be that at the end of the production line, when we are doing quality control measurements, the bottles have to be filled at a particular level. They cannot be overfilled or underfilled because they will cause problems. So one of the multiple tasks that we can perform as a supply chain manager is to work on the quality control of the production floor. If you are interested in the healthcare industry, there is big wave of interest of hiring supply chain professionals to handle their inventory, the distribution. So, and as I say, nowadays with what's going on in the news that we are seeing, it's so important that all these healthcare professionals get what they need, the inputs they need in a timely manner, right? That the distribution is smooth and there is no oversteps, right? That we do as efficient as possible, as short as possible. We also have retailers. Clothing is a big part of, and as I say, if you look around, having the right sizes, the right colors, the most popular ones available for people to buy. And of course, services. Services also has embedded the banking industry, electricity, the aeronautics. They have embedded very important supply chain concepts that happen along the way. So now about our program, the Bachelor in Science at the School of Management of Supply Chain Management is an STEM program. Is one out of two programs that we have in the School of Management. That are classified as STEM. Ours is one of them. We have 120 semester credit hours. Some of the distribution of the early semesters is pretty similar across different programs, but I would say as you progress in the program, you have to take major core courses, 24 hours, 21 hours, credit hours of major related courses, which are specific to your major, 12 guided electives, and then 6 free electives. And across the School of Management, Jindal School of Management, we all the undergraduate degrees have a required internship and a required community engagement. And that's 100 hours of service. And this is based on the most recent catalog. So, of course, any questions you have, we can always answer them. Just to give you a selection of some of the courses that we offer or some ideas. These are, when you see OPRE, those are courses that are related to our area. We offer OPRE 3310 and 3360, the fourth one, are courses that every student at the School of Management take that are required for everybody. The first one is Operations Management. It just gives you a great grand idea or kind of an overall idea of what operations management is. Then the 3360 is a managerial statistics course that everybody takes. Then you go to OPRE 3333. It's quantitative business analysis. That one is required in some of the most quantitative measures. Our program requires that course, of course. And the remaining courses are courses that are specific to supply chain. So you have supply chain management, project management, Lean Six Sigma, global logistics, purchasing, integrated supply chain management, information system, spreadsheet modeling, and capstone senior projects. So all of that is what defines you as a professional in the supply chain. And there is a little flexibility in few of these courses that you take or not take or substitute with other courses, but most of them are required courses. That kind of gives you an idea of the profile of a supply chain professional. We also have an option, and this is just to make you aware, the School of Management has an option of once you reach 90 credit hours of your degree plan, 36 has to be, and this is just a specifics, 36 has to be from your core curriculum. If you have a GPA of 3.4 and you've been in school for at least 50 credit hours, meaning if you transfer, the option is that you can apply for fast track. You take it at the graduate level and it will count twice. Of course, if you join us, once you're there, we will help you along the way to make those decisions and choose those courses. Companies that hire or interns I give you a list. There are across the board. There is a variety of companies that are interested on supply chain majors. You have Raytheon, Texas Instruments, Toyota, Target, Lockheed Martin, C.H. Robinson, so on and so forth. And we have a longer list. We just give you some names. And these are some of the titles that our students are getting internships on. Now, something that is pretty convenient for our students is that you can get more than one internship if you want. But let's say you get one internship in summer as a supply chain co-op. You work during that time and then you say, well, I am not sure if that's what I want to do for my career. Next semester or following semester, you decide and you go and take an operations intern, right? So the option is that you can try, not necessarily you have to have one internship, at least one. Some of our students do up to 3 internships, but it gives them options to understand and to see the day-to-day activities and make decisions if that's what they want to do in their professional life, okay? So there's a lot of options out there. And now our students, once they graduate, they've been hired, again, across the board, Capgemini as a consultant analyst. You have Ericsson, Fujitsu, Goldman Sachs, Texas Instruments, again, Walmart. And these are some of the titles that they have been hired: operations analysts, procurement specialists, strategic buyers, so on and so forth. One of the biggest points of attraction for our students is that among the business majors, we rank on the top on the salary. So we have a 62,500 average as of last semester. So our students are really competitive. They get good and competitive salaries once they graduate, and they generally have a job. At least half of them, 50% of the ones graduating, they have a job before graduation, and the other 50% get a job within 1 to 3 months. So there are hot commodities because it's a very important area in the companies nowadays, being supply chain management. Besides the classroom, we do have student organizations. I'm giving you the list of the 5 that we have in our department. I would say most of them have national chapters, and we have a UTD chapter. And we have one that is exclusively for us, which is the Supply Chain Leadership Council. I would say they are very active. They have competitions, guest speakers, site visits, and they have a lot of network opportunities for students. You can be a volunteer or you can be a member, and there are opportunities that you learn how to write your resume, how to work on interviews, how to behave on interviews. So there are a lot of opportunities for the students and they are professional oriented. So and lastly, before we finish, besides what happens in our department, the School of Management, JESUM, has the Davison Management Honors Program. Students who are qualified, the best students of across the majors are apply as a freshman or as a transfer. And there is more information on the website, but you definitely, there is a lot of fun activities that happen. And of course, as I say, you are surrounded by the best students in the School of Management. They have their special classes, their special activities that happen only for them. And the study abroad programs is another alternative that a lot of our students have used in the past, which is give students an option. We have programs around the world that students can either go for an exchange program, spend a semester abroad, go for short periods of time with the faculty, and spend a couple of weeks or 2-3 weeks in a particular program. They have also international internships, and they also have scholarships. And a lot of our students have earned scholarships, and they are very satisfied with the experience. It's a great opportunity to be exposed to an international environment. Well, this is me, Monica Brusolo. I'm the program director, and for the supply chain management program. This is my information. You have my email, so reach out to me. I will be more than happy to talk to you and try to help you answer your questions. And this is Cynthia Hunt. She's also a great resource. She's very knowledgeable about the program. So either one of us or both of us, please feel free to reach out. And in the bottom, you have our website. Please browse it, look through it, see if you have any doubts. There is testimonials of former students, testimonial of current students doing internships. There's a lot of things that we have in there that could be helping you make decisions. Well, thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great day.